Hey everyone, it's Lisa, and today I am going to tell you what I eat and why. And I also have been taking pictures of things that I eat probably in the past week. I have so many people, just asking me what exactly do I eat, even though I've pretty much told you. And, I guess people just want to see. The thing is, I'm really kind of nervous because what I eat is just not pretty, you guys. It's not going to be like those what I eat in a day videos. It's just not going to be. And a lot of it too, there's going to be so many people that just do not approve. So it scares me because I'm the kind of person that I naturally don't want to be. Part of it is being a pleaser, but then I'll be honest, part of it is I don't like to be fussed at and I don't like to be criticized, especially when it's someone who doesn't know the inner workings of my body. It's been hard. It's like I've been taking the pictures and only halfway thinking that I would ever really show them to you. I don't have beautiful dishes to show you, you know what I mean? And matter of fact, I would love to get some pretty dishes. I have Fiesta ware, which that's what I always wanted, and that's what I have. It's very practical. I like it. It's kind of like an old-timey thing, but doesn't make the most beautiful pictures like other people, have. That was one thing that kind of held me back. And, right now, I'm trying to find what is right for me to eat. And what I want to get across to you is I'm just a girl sitting here that just turned 50. I still consider myself a girl. But anyway, and thank you for all your birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. I just want to be your friend who is feeling better and better and better, I feel like my life is just improved so much, and I just want to share with you my experience. But please keep in mind, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, I don't know your exact, situation. So that's why I really, really like to list what I'm referencing down below, because I want you to watch it and you may get something totally different out of it. There's a video that I'm going to talk a lot about today that I sent to my mom, and she said, let me tell you her exact text, was listening to the doctor. He's really out there. So that's what she thought. Well, it's Dr. Gundry. And I have watched him so much now that at first I thought this guy's he's just kind of, I would never think he's a quack. He's very intelligent, but he does say stuff that's kind of out there. But now I'm used to him. So keep that in mind. And, watch these videos, read these books, do all of your research, and apply them to yourself. We all have different things. He said something today that was just like, it almost made me cry, because it's something that I have been trying to describe to people when I tell them what's been wrong with me, and it sounded like a freaky thing to say. It sounded like something that didn't make any sense. Well, he said something that just made perfect sense with my body. We're going to go over today, all of this is getting around to plants don't want to be eaten. I'm going to start out by talking about a Dr. Berg video. Hold on just a second. Let them finish going around right here at the door. Guys, I think that they are through with the weed eater. They've just got the mower out now. But just please excuse it. I have to, now that I'm videoing every day, I have to do it in the morning because I have to have time to edit and get it ready for you. And another thing is, I hope that I can keep this up where I am semi-doing it around the day that I post it. I always feel cheated if I watch someone who has made a video a month ago, or that makes a bunch of videos with the same clothes and the same makeup. I don't know, I just want a new experience. So that's what I'm going to try to do for you. So please excuse the lawn, guys. So plants don't want to be eaten. There's a Dr. Berg video that is very good that I would love for you to watch. Listen to him and think about what he's saying and relate those to vegetables. Vegetables are plants. Okay, something that really, two things that you guys have helped me with so much, because I knew about oxalates and I knew about plants, and I was figuring out after I watched Sally Norton, after I watched Michaela Peterson, I was figuring out, yeah, that's why I can't eat this, that's why I can't eat that. Well, when you guys told me to get the seeds out of my cucumber before I ate it, well, I don't know what, it just goes to show you what you're thinking. And I know you guys thought that I really got what you said, but I didn't. I was thinking seeds as in not to get caught in your, like, I've got diverticulosis. And so that's why I was thinking you guys were saying the seeds. And then when I tried the avocado with the everything but the bagel, and you guys were like, no, it was probably that, it's got the seeds. And I was thinking, how can those little seeds do that much? Now I get it. The seeds. Okay, lectins are part of the plant. There's just one of the anti-nutrients of the plant. It can cause so much. It can cause leaky gut. It can actually put holes in your digestive tract. So keep in mind on this journey, really, I love that I've lost weight. I mean, I love it. I love that I've lost my menopause belly and that whole shape like a Teletubby. I love it. But really, that is a side effect of me working on the things that were just causing me pain every day. Not only IBS, joint pain, just everything, mental fog, and a lot of that does go with menopause. So it's kind of like all there together, but it doesn't mean if you're 25 or 30 and you have some of these issues, some of it might help you. You know what I mean? Or if you don't have IBS, but you're in menopause, some of these things still might help you. So take it from there. Okay, so lectins can aggravate inflammation in the body, joint pain, and they're bad for autoimmune disorders. So I know that we always think of gluten, but I just want to bring you this information. I want you to read about it and watch. I love to read. I love a good old book. I got one this week that I'm going to show you in my haul video tomorrow. And I love being able to reference back to something like that. But there's so many good videos out there, and you just have to, I will flat look up an FDA thing that they say, like about, healthy fats and bacon. People still are just giving me such a hard time about that. If you don't think it is, then that's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. Look it up. Look up the FDA studies they tell you about. Look up everything they talk about. Goodness, I could just go on, and I have to stay focused. Okay, oxalates. We've already talked a little bit about oxalates. Oxalates are actually little crystals that are in some plants that can cause bad, like urinary tract, kidney stones. They can also go in your joints. They're sharp. They can do all kinds of stuff to your gut. And all of this is part of a plant's defense. A plant wants to live, and the way they do it, they don't do it like I've heard, I think I've heard Dr. Berry say, they don't have teeth and claws, so they do it with like a chemical way of keeping themselves alive. And it's really neat when you watch videos. It's just amazing. Nature is amazing. The seeds are the plant's babies. So, of course, they're not going to digest very easily. They're going to be almost poisonous to your system. That seed either doesn't want to be eaten, or it wants to be eaten, and then it wants the animal or the being to take it away, poop it out, and then it'll start another plant. So that is what the deal is with seeds. Seeds can almost be poisonous to your body, and that is what you guys were trying to tell me, and I just didn't get it. So that's something that you guys really brought to me, your awareness, and I thank you so much, and that is why we're here. We're going to learn from each other, and I've been so impressed, oh my gosh, so impressed with the comments. You guys have just helped me beyond belief. I've been using the apple cider vinegar gummies. I love those things. I truly think they've helped me, but I'm going to do a separate video on anything extra that I take, any type of supplements or anything like that. Okay, Dr. Gundry. So these are just some notes I took while I was watching like an hour and 20-minute video with him and another guy that has some really good videos on his page too about all kinds of different things. I feel like I watched this. I want to give you some good points. A lot of them I knew, a lot of them I didn't know, a lot of them were big time aha moments for me. Okay, this is really interesting to me because my parents always do this. They always go back to what people ate a long time ago and like, why is it giving so many people so many problems now? You know what I mean? And so we'll, have that discussion. Well, a long time ago, fruits grew in the summertime. He says they were meant to fatten you up for the winter. So animals and humans and everybody, they harvested fruit in the summer. They didn't eat them all year round. So we all know that fruits are filled with natural sugars, organic sugars that will raise your insulin, will tell your body to store fat. So we know that. Now, we naturally go for a ripe apple that's bright and red. We go for a ripe tomato. We go for things that are ripe. Well, that is when the full maturation of the seed has taken place, and it's got that protective coating around it, which is part of the protection for them, poison for us, and that keeps them from being digested, which in turn irritates us. It irritates me. This was something that was just like, oh my gosh. He said something that had never been eaten before until, I can't remember how long he said, a couple hundred years ago, grains and beans. Those had never been eaten and he said you should not eat beans unless you have put them in a pressure cooker. Now, everything he was talking about, he said would be fine if you would put it in a pressure cooker. So I told my mom, I asked her, I said, do you have a pressure cooker? And she said no. So I'm going to discuss that with her later, because is the Instant Pot a pressure cooker? You have to tell me that. The guy that he was telling that to looked skeptical, and he said, actually, ricin, he actually said that you could give someone 5 kidney beans. Now, this was something that sounded out there to me too, but I'm no doctor, and he is world-renowned heart doctor that did over 10,000 heart, not transplants, but the heart surgeries. And he stopped that career. He said his wife called it Black Friday, and started this practice of medicine because he thought, why am I treating people like this when I could have them come to me and make them healthy so that they never need the heart, surgeries. So that is where he's coming from. Ricin is the lectin of the castor bean. When people, I don't know how long ago, it was a big thing. A lot of politicians were getting ricin in the mail, the white powder. That is from the castor bean. So it's true that it can be that toxic. So just think about that. Gluten is a lectin, and we see how sensitive some people can be to gluten. Another thing we see is, I'm sure you guys all know someone who can't eat gluten. Well, have you ever known anyone that gets deathly sick if they even get near? Like, I had a friend who, this was before the gluten thing was a thing, and she had this her whole life, and they didn't know what it was. And I remember her telling me that she went out of town on a work business trip. They went to eat at a Mexican restaurant, and she told the waiter and the cook and everything, I cannot have this, that. I'm deathly allergic to gluten. I can't have even a spoon that has touched it. Well, everything was fine, but everybody got their stuff to go. Well, evidently, when they packed her food to go, something touched it. And so after she was fine after she ate the food there, but then when she ate it again, she got deathly sick, had to stay in the, I hate to say deathly sick, but you know what I mean, like violently sick. missed the rest of the conference, had to stay in the hotel because she could not leave the bathroom for days. And she moved, and I so want to connect with her again because I understand so much more now. Because when she told me that story, I was like, what? I thought, what the heck? Because this was before I even had any issues going on. And I knew she was always sick. She always had issues, but she looked fine. You know what I mean? So I do know that there are something that might make me sick. Like, there are some things that I was eating, like my Zaxby salad. There was something in there I could not even get home sometimes. I had to stop by my parents. And I mean, salad in, salad out. It would not even hardly take time to digest. I mean, my body wanted it out, out, out. So, and if you're like me, have you ever gotten so sick that you wish you could throw up? I mean, that's how bad my stomach would hurt. A lot of times when I was out of town, and I'm going to talk about that, IBS and out of town, like in a different video. Hold on, let him go by here again. Now they're blowing. Anyway, so gluten is a lectin, and it actually can penetrate the lining of your gut. So the whole thing I want to tell you here, or I'm getting across to you, is open your mind to the point. You'll see when you see what I eat. Open your mind that some vegetables may not be good for you. Some vegetables they're plants. They don't want to be eaten. They don't want to be extinct. They you know what I mean? They've got all these defenses that could be upsetting us. And have you ever thought, I have thought this so many times, wow, how did people long ago live with so much pain? You know what I mean? Like, because they didn't have ibuprofen or Tylenol. I'm talking long, long time ago. Well, maybe they weren't in as much pain as we are, because maybe they weren't eating so much sugar and junk food like I have eaten all my life. Eczema, which I have watched so many videos. I think I told you guys about this last time we talked about this stuff, that so many people have such good relief from eczema when they cut gluten and other lectins out of their diets. Now, certain people are going to be more sensitive to lectins, certain fruits and vegetables are going to have more lectins. So you have to keep that in mind. And these vegetables and fruits that do have the lectins, most of their poisonous things, I'm going to call them poisonous to us, are in the seeds and the peeling. Okay, how many times have you been told most of the vitamins are in the peeling? Like, if you peel an apple, somebody's going to say something. You should have eaten the peel. I mean, how many people just get an apple? John does this all the time. Just gets an apple and eats the whole thing. Well, if he's not sensitive to those poisons or lectins, it's not going to hurt him. Me, oh my goodness. If I eat an apple, and that has been from a long time ago, I have always peeled my apples. If I don't peel an apple, even in that Chick-fil-A fruit salad, I would eat that, and they didn't peel their apples. And that fruit salad always made me so, I mean, I better be home when I eat that salad. But I would eat it anyway because it was so good. If you want to eat tomatoes, peppers, apples, those things, peel them and take the seeds out. He was saying how even Italians didn't eat tomatoes for years and years, and now what they do is peel and take the seeds out before they use their tomatoes. I have to ask Laura Vitale about that. She's Italian, and we talk about everything from fashion to food, everything. 2 things we should never eat is peanuts, and he said they are not nuts, they are beans. Peanuts are supposed to be very bad for you. This is something that probably my mom thought was out there because my mom loves peanuts. And what else was it? He actually said peanuts and peanut oil hardens arteries. Okay, so the first one was peanuts, and the next one is grains. And that one is, boy, that's tough, isn't it? Because grains, that's on the food pyramid for us to eat. But the grains have all of those lectins in them. Then he went on to talk about the good gut bugs and the bad gut bugs. And we know about that. We know that there's good microbiome or whatever, and there's bad. Well, it's all about keeping that balance. And he said, if you go a long, long time and you never eat, you keep eating the bad, then the good is eventually going away. And that's why we have to work on getting all of the bad out, replenishing the good, sometimes maybe with a probiotic or something like that, and that's why it may take some time. So this made me feel so good, because I thought, okay, I want to eat vegetables. I don't want to just live off of meat and eggs and chicken. I don't want to do that. It doesn't bother me. I'm not sad about it, but in my heart I would like to eat something else. It just hurts me so bad, you guys. And I was trying so hard to eat vegetables for you and for my mom and for John. I was really trying to try the cucumber. I was trying the avocado. I was eating the green beans. I was trying things, and they were making me, it was almost started a little bit depressing me again. It was taking my feeling good buzz away, because I wasn't feeling good. So when I show you what I eat, there's no vegetables. There just is no vegetables. And I know that's going to upset some people. And I don't want to be a carnivore. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I want to kind of be a ketovore. I want to eat keto. I want to be a combo. I want there to be days, probably more days than not, where I just eat meat, because that is what makes me happy. That's what makes me feel good. That's what just works. But I would love to get to the point where 1 or 2 days a week I could eat something else. And he tells the story of a lady that sounded a lot like me. I'm sure that she was probably worse. She came to his practice, and she said that she was just living every day in pain, in joint pain, stomach pain, everything. And she could not even work. She was just living in pain. So he adjusted her diet. He took out the lectins, took out all the bad stuff that she was eating. She came back, and this is what got me. She said, I forgot what not having pain feels like. And I know that's so dramatic, and I hate to even say that, but that is how I feel. It is powerful. It changes your life. I'm not kidding you. It just gives you a bright look of the world when you feel good. And this is what really got me, because every time I would tell somebody, like the night that I ate the avocado, the day that I ate the cucumber, green beans do not do this to me. That is the one vegetable I have come across that they might upset my stomach a little bit, but they do not cause lingering pain in my body. They might just make me go straight to the bathroom, so that's why green beans are like the only thing I can think of right now that I can eat that doesn't cause me pain for days. Those things that you are eating are stimulating things in your gut that is causing pain to tell you shouldn't eat it. And I was like, oh my gosh, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, why am I eating all these vegetables that hurt me? When my body is telling me I shouldn't be eating them. I'm going to go through some things that I have eaten in the past week, and you're not going to approve of a lot of them, and it's not exciting, etc., etc. I think I've already gone through that. But this is really what I ate, and this is what I eat when I don't want to feel bad. So let's start off with something you're definitely not going to approve of. 2 things you're definitely not going to approve of, but I have eaten these over and over again, and I do fine. I've been eating this one, both of them, since the beginning, and I've now lost 24 pounds. I started out at 152. I am now 128, and I've been hanging at 128 for about a week or so, or maybe 4 or 5 days. And I started the week after Memorial Day. I think the Tuesday after Memorial Day. And I have eaten this a lot. It's a breakfast that you get at Hardee's, which is a southern fast food place, and it's called the Low Carb Breakfast Bowl. And it is, I'll have it on the screen, it is just what it looks like. It is bacon, cheese, eggs, and sausage. And this was a good one. They normally don't look this good. This was a good one. And they're delicious, of course. And that is something they quit serving this at 11. So I like to get there right at 11, get it, and I will not be hungry again until dinner. So let's see, the next thing is something else I get sometimes when I'm out. And this is from McDonald's. It is the double quarter pounder with bacon and cheese. And this is something I get if I'm out. And the one thing about eating keto or carnivore is you're not hungry. You're just not hungry. I get up, I'm not hungry. I'm just not hungry until about 2 o'clock. And it is like a switch. It's time for me to eat. And so sometimes I'm out or sometimes I just feel like getting something different. This is something, when I looked up best keto fast food, this and Wendy's, I think, was the best ones. So sometimes I get this. Okay, and keep in mind I eat a lot of leftovers because I really don't like to freeze things that much. So we go, either John goes to the store mostly, but one of us will go to the store, and I will put in here my last grocery haul. I took a picture for you. And a lot of times I'll get a package of like 2 fillets. And I think that might be in here somewhere. 2 beautiful fillets I had that were so good. Yep, here they are. And I will eat one that night. And if John doesn't eat the other one, then I will eat it the next day for lunch. Now I have noticed if I like fillets and ribeyes the most. If I eat one of those for lunch, I don't want that at night. I mean, if I had to, I could, but I like to kind of mix it up. Like if I've eaten a steak for lunch, a lot of times I'll eat chicken thighs, eggs of some sort, or we love shrimp too. And we've even started getting, the shrimp lady hadn't been out as much, so we've even started getting frozen shrimp. Okay, so this is funny. I bought this, and you'll see it in that grocery haul. It's an avocado. It's so classic, isn't it? And I, not being an experienced avocado connoisseur, I got one that wasn't ripe. So I cut it, and I could not get the seed out of it. And then I quickly realized it wasn't ripe, and I had ruined it. So that was my attempt there. But that was the night that we had the fillets, and then John also cooked on the grill some shrimp. And he put that seasoning that I've told you guys about, the McCormick seasoning that has pink Himalayan sea salt, garlic, and pepper in it. This is a ribeye from the other night, and I had bought 2 thin ones, really thin ones, and I had frozen them. You'll see them in that grocery thing. And when we cooked it, it wasn't that great. I don't know if it being thin and the fact that we froze it made it change a little bit, but it wasn't that great, but I ate the heck out of it. Okay, this is from Chicken Salad Chick. It is the southern, this you'll see in a vlog that I did just yesterday. This is the southern chicken salad, and it just has eggs and some sweet pickles. And those pickles do not seem to bother me at all. And then last night, John fixed a filet and scallops on the grill. And this is what I had last night. And I don't even know what I'll have today. We do have leftovers, but it just depends on how quick I get things done and where I end up going. So those are just a few things. I haven't taken any pictures of omelets. I eat a lot of omelets. And I will just put different cheeses in there. Like sometimes I might put mozzarella cheese in there, and I might have it with pepperoni. I did eat with my parents, and I had some like that kielbasa sausage from the grill and ribeye. So that is what I've been eating. That's the honest truth. I don't expect you to eat it. I don't expect you to agree, but I want to be honest with you. That is what I need to eat to not have pain and to not feel bad. I think I've probably taken so long. I'm just going to add a picture of my outfit of the day here. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.